This is a really versatile fun fold card. You're going to be able to use any stamp that you can stamp in a 3-inch circle, but this one was designed specifically for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Hi everyone, welcome to sunnydaystamping.com. I'm Julie Baca. Today we're making a great fun fold card for a great cause. It's almost October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so I'm all pinked up in support of fighting cancers of all kinds, but this month specifically breast cancer, which has affected, I'm sure, every single person who is watching this video, whether you have endured that or you know someone who has. So let's get started. We're going to start with our stamping. I'm going to be using Love and Courage. You can obviously use pretty much any stamp set with this design, with this big 3-inch circle as your focal point. This is a really special stamp set. The words are beautiful. Friends don't let friends fight cancer alone. And then this one, thank you for supporting me throughout my battle, and it's okay to not be okay. This was designed for breast cancer awareness. Stampin' Up will give $3 for every stamp purchased. But this can be used for all kinds of support. And I've got some examples at the end, instead of making pink cards, using the other cancer ribbon colors to create cards. So I'll show you those at the end. But we're going to start with that big stamp. This is actually all one stamp here, and I'm going to ink it up in the pink. Actually, it'd be so much easier when to do it this way. When my stamps are large, I like to take my ink pad to the stamp like that. Now, this is optional, but I think it looks so cool. Take a little sponge dauber and ink it up in yellow, and we're going to just dab this on the semicircle here on the inside of this flower, just to create a little more amazingness. Let me show you. I did stamp that upside down. Isn't that beautiful? Now, with the other examples, some of the colors were darker, and I just took a paper towel and wiped this off just a little bit before adding my yellow, just so I didn't get my yellow ink all dirty. That's just a little tip. Now I'm gonna use the 3-inch Stylish Shapes circle die to cut this out. If you don't have this, any circle is gonna work. You're just gonna wanna adjust it for your card. There, now we've got this focal point with that beautiful stitching around the edge. Now we're gonna do the card base. So you're just gonna take your regular card base. I'm just gonna fold it so we can see it better. And I've got 2 designs for this. This one has a layer that goes on top, but I also have a design where you don't need the layer. So this is optional. And what you're gonna do is center this up right on here. And then whatever size circle that you cut your focal point out of, you're gonna use that to cut a hole in the front of your card. We're gonna cut it through both layers. It's really important to cut these through both layers so that they line up perfectly. And I am gonna hold this in place. You can do this with washi tape or whatever, but I just always have Post-it notes around because when I get ideas, I put them on there. So I'm just holding this in place so that the layer is centered and so that my circle is centered. And I don't put it in the center of the card. It's kind of a little kind of offset towards the top. Oh no! Okay, maybe I should not use Post-it notes. I tore it off too fast. So I'm gonna cut this again. Okay, I'm gonna take this off really slow so I don't ruin my paper. Okay, so now we've got this card base that has these, you can see these dies cut through the 2 layers, and so they're gonna line up perfectly. Don't throw these out. I'm gonna show you something to do with these at the end. So now we've got one last thing to do. We're gonna emboss this layer. So it is important to do this in this order, to cut this first and then emboss it. Now, the first time I made this, I made a mistake and I just threw this in here thinking that it wouldn't matter, but it really does, because this paper has a direction. Like, I want this to be the front of my card because it has that beautiful stitching. I want the embossing to be in the right side also. So look for the Stampin' Up logo, and that way your embossed images will be correctly embossed, not reverse embossed. And I'll show you what I mean. Let me put this through first. Also, you can line up your layer along that line so that you know it is straight. This one is called the Pressed Flowers. It's so dainty and beautiful. One tip for doing embossing folders, always put the folded edge through your machine first. It just puts less stress on them. This is always my favorite part. Oh, opening these is just, that texture is gorgeous. Boy, my lights aren't doing a very good justice. So let me show you what I mean here. This one, the embossing is going the right direction, whereas this one, it's indented. Do you see how that's opposite? If this doesn't bother you, then go with it, but it really bothered me. So just do that trick of whichever side of the paper you want up, make sure that Stampin' Up, that black logo is facing you. So now we're just gonna glue this to our card base. We're gonna line up that circle perfectly. It's gonna fit perfectly because we cut it the same. And now I wanna make sure that this layer sticks down completely. Do you see how it's kind of warped right there? Obviously, because it went through an embossing folder. So I'm just going to rub my bone folder along the inside just to make sure, not too hard because I don't wanna press the embossing. But there, now it's very nicely sealed. Now, the measurements for this card are on my blog post on sunnydaystamping.com, and I'll link the blog post in the description of this video. This project sheet goes out, oops, I forgot to print the backside. This project sheet goes out to my email subscribers, so make sure you're on my list. It's free for this first week. So now we're going with the basic white inside. This is kind of the fun fold inside part of this card, and you're gonna score it at 4 and 6. You can do this on your paper trimmer, but when I'm making multiples of cards, this scoreboard makes it super quick. And then you can remove these markers and put them exactly where you want them, so you don't even have to think about it and you can just quickly score. So now this card, you're going to fold along that first score line, which folds it in half, and then you're going to fold it back on this other score line like this. And now we'll do just a little bit more stamping. I'm gonna take the words, "Friends don't let friends fight cancer alone." Oh, I love that support message. Just stamp that right there in the center. And then, of course, the stamp set has the support ribbon, heart, and these wonderful, beautiful words. I mean, you can use these on any cards. I love that. So we're gonna keep this really, really simple, and we're just gonna put a pink ribbon right here. And then, because I just love these big words, these are just big and bold and gorgeous, we're just gonna keep our supplies low and just use the pink and the black. I feel like I need to use this heart because it's so adorable. And while you're here, don't forget to decorate your envelope. Really, you just put a little ribbon on the back. Bam, it's decorated. This is it. We are so close to having this card done. So now you just take this insert and fold it up and put glue right here on the back. Now, if you like this stamp set, I have 15 demonstrator friends, so 16 of us get together each month to make a video series featuring one stamp set or bundle. And this month, well, the month of October, we are using this stamp set. So you'll get 16 ideas on how to use this stamp set. You can purchase that video class in my tutorial store, but of course, I love to give freebies, so it is free with a $75 order with me in the month of October. Okay, so let's finish up this card. So you're going to fold this in place. This is the easiest way to, because we need to attach this focal point. don't put glue on this. If you put glue on this, it is going to be so hard to try to measure that up. Just line that up. So I like to fold this, and we're only going to put glue here, not on this layer, but just on this piece right here. And so when you have your card closed and you do that, it's so much easier. Just like that. And then keep this closed and just place your focal point right in the center. And you can twist it to make sure it is straight, and then just press it down. There. I mean, was that so absolutely quick? And check that out. So we're going to add just a couple little pearls. I think these little iridescent pearls will be so perfect. So I'm just going to put a couple on here. They're so feminine and beautiful. Oh, rats. I forgot to put a stamp on the back. Hold on. We're going to open this completely up and take that ribbon and put it right here on the back. Oh yeah, that completes the whole thing. This with the envelope, I mean, that is just so perfect, so simple, so quick. Let me show you the other examples. Oh, wait. I was going to show you what to do with these. Check this out. So you'll have a leftover circle for here, and I thought these will make great gift tags. So you can give it as a gift with your card, or you can just have these on hand to use for any other kind of gift. I'm just going to use these same colors. Like, we only used 3 colors in this whole card. You just do not need a ton of supplies to make this card. I'm just going to do like that. Then grab a hole punch. I have this hole punch assortment, and so you can just pick whichever one you want. I think I'll take this little strip here. Just punch it, and then add just the tiniest little bit of ribbon right in here. Open up this loop and put the tails through, and you've got a great matching gift tag. So like I said, you can use this same stamp set. It doesn't have to be for breast cancer. You can just change up the colors to match the ribbon color. This is purple for pancreatic, and look at that. Gorgeous. So, for this one, because that purple was so dark, I wiped the stamp with the paper towel and then added the yellow. So this is the one, this has a 2-tone. So the layer is Highland Heather, but the base was Gorgeous Grape. Now I've got an even simpler version if you don't have any embossing folders. This one, I just stamped the ribbon across the top. This is light blue for prostate. And so I kind of made it just a little bit more manly, which I think it still works even with that, that flower right there. And then lastly, orange for kidney and leukemia. Like, you can just do this however you want. This one I did a little different on the inside, just the ribbons. And then here are the gift tags made out of those circles. I hope this gives you some ideas on how to use this stamp set, but how you can use this with all other kind of stamp sets too. If you love that stamp set I was using today, remember Stampin' Up! Is donating $3 for every stamp set sold towards breast cancer awareness and support across the world. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Have a sunny day.